Welcome back to the show, folks. You know, we're living in interesting times. It seems like every other day there's a new headline about the US and China, right? Trade wars, tech battles, you name it. It feels like we're witnessing the early chapters of a new kind of rivalry, a great power competition for the 21st century. And guess what? This ain't your grandpa's Cold War. We're not just talking about nukes and tanks anymore, people. This new rivalry is playing out in the realm of technology, specifically in the race for 5G dominance. You see, 5G isn't just about faster downloads for your cat videos, it has the potential to revolutionize warfare as we know it, especially when it comes to fighting in the air. Think about it, drones, fighter jets, satellites, all these things depend on lightning-fast communication and data processing. And that's where 5G comes in. It's like upgrading from dial-up to broadband, but for militaries. So buckle up, folks, because the skies are about to get a whole lot more interesting. The US and China, they both know what's at stake. They're pouring billions into developing their 5G capabilities, hoping to gain a strategic edge in any future conflict. And let me tell you, the stakes are high, because whoever controls the skies, well, they often control everything else. Okay, so let's break down this whole 5G thing. What is it exactly? In the simplest terms, 5G is the fifth generation of wireless technology. It's the next step up from the 4G network that your phone is probably using right now. But here's the thing, 5G isn't just an incremental upgrade, it's a whole different ballgame. We're talking about exponentially faster download and upload speeds. Think downloading an entire HD movie in seconds. We're talking about significantly lower latency, which is the delay between sending a command and getting a response. Imagine playing a video game with zero lag. That's the kind of responsiveness we're talking about. And perhaps most importantly, 5G can handle way more devices connected to the network at the same time. This is crucial for the military because they're going to be using a ton of connected devices on the battlefield, from sensors to drones to soldiers' gear. It's like going from a 2-lane road to a 10-lane superhighway. Now you might be thinking, Trevor, this all sounds great for streaming Netflix and playing Fortnite, but what's it got to do with war? Well, my friend, let me tell you, 5G is a game changer for modern warfare, especially when it comes to aerial combat. To understand how 5G will revolutionize aerial warfare, we need to break down its key advantages: speed, bandwidth, and latency. Think of these as the holy trinity of 5G's military might. First up, speed. With 5G, we're talking about data transfer rates that are hundreds of times faster than 4G. This means that massive amounts of information, like high-definition video feeds from drones or targeting data for missiles, can be transmitted almost instantaneously. Next, we have bandwidth. 5G can handle a much larger volume of data traffic compared to previous generations. This is like going from a garden hose to a fire hydrant in terms of data flow. This is crucial for managing the countless sensors, drones, and other devices that will be deployed in a modern battlefield. Finally, there's latency, or the delay between sending and receiving data. 5G's ultra-low latency is a game changer. Imagine a fighter jet receiving real-time updates on enemy positions, or a drone swarm coordinating its movements with pinpoint accuracy. This level of responsiveness can be the difference between victory and defeat. In a nutshell, 5G enables a level of connectivity, speed, and responsiveness that was previously unimaginable in a military context. It's like giving your forces a sixth sense, allowing them to see, hear, and react faster than ever before. Alright folks, let's get specific. How will 5G actually change the way wars are fought in the air? First off, imagine a swarm of drones, hundreds of them, all connected through a 5G network. These aren't just your average camera drones, people. We're talking about sophisticated machines equipped with sensors, weapons, and artificial intelligence. With 5G, these drones could share information instantly, coordinate their attacks with pinpoint accuracy, and overwhelm enemy defenses. It's like having a hive mind in the sky. 5G also supercharges manned aircraft like fighter jets. Imagine a pilot receiving real-time intelligence from satellites, ground stations, and even other aircraft, all displayed on their helmet visor. They could identify targets faster, make split-second decisions based on the most up-to-date information, and even launch missiles with pinpoint accuracy from miles away. 5G essentially turns the battlefield into a giant interconnected chessboard, where information is power, and the side with the faster connection has a decisive advantage. But hold on folks, it gets even wilder. 5G could also pave the way for hypersonic weapons, missiles that travel at 5 times the speed of sound or faster. These weapons are incredibly difficult to track and intercept, and 5G's speed and responsiveness are crucial for controlling them effectively. Section 5. America's 5G ambitions, maintaining the cutting edge. Now, the United States, they know a thing or two about military might. They've been the top dog in military technology for decades. But when it comes to 5G, they're facing some stiff competition, particularly from China. The US military is investing heavily in 5G research and development. They're exploring its use in everything from drone swarms to hypersonic weapons to battlefield communication networks. The goal is to maintain that technological edge that's been so crucial to American military dominance. One of the key initiatives is the development of a dedicated 5G network for military use. This network would be separate from commercial 5G networks, ensuring secure and reliable communication even in contested environments. The US is also working with allies like Japan, South Korea, and Australia to develop interoperable 5G systems. The idea is to create a network of like-minded countries that can share information and coordinate military operations seamlessly. Section 6. China's 5G strategy, a challenge to American supremacy. Now let's talk about China for a second. They've been making some serious moves in the 5G game. They've invested heavily in 5G infrastructure, research and development, and they're already rolling out 5G networks at an impressive pace. Some experts believe that China sees 5G as an opportunity to challenge American technological dominance, and they're not afraid to throw their weight around to make it happen. China's military is also deeply invested in 5G. They're exploring its use in similar areas as the US, including drone warfare, hypersonic weapons, and battlefield communications. They're also focusing on developing artificial intelligence and machine learning applications that can leverage 5G's capabilities. China's approach to 5G is often characterized by its focus on civil-military fusion. This means they're blurring the lines between civilian and military applications of 5G, leveraging their vast tech sector to advance their military goals. Now this raises some concerns about potential security risks, but we'll get to that later. Section 7. Echoes of history. When technology turned the tide of war. Now, some of you might be thinking, Trevor, this all sounds like science fiction. But the truth is, technology has always played a decisive role in warfare. Remember the invention of radar? That was a game changer in World War II, giving the Allies a huge advantage in air battles. Or how about the development of nuclear weapons? That fundamentally changed the nature of warfare and international relations. And let's not forget about the internet. It started as a military project and now it's transformed every aspect of our lives, including how we wage war. So, the idea that 5G could revolutionize warfare, well, it's not so far-fetched when you think about it. Throughout history, the side that adapts to new technologies faster often gains a decisive advantage. And 5G has the potential to be one of those transformative technologies that reshape the battlefield of the future. Section 8. The dark side of 5G, cyber warfare and espionage in the 5th generation. Now, before we get too carried away with all this talk about technological advancement, we need to address the elephant in the room, the potential risks of 5G. Because with great power comes, well, you know the rest. One of the biggest concerns is cybersecurity. 5G networks are complex and any vulnerabilities could be exploited by hackers, criminals, or even hostile governments. Imagine a scenario where a country's military communications are jammed or compromised during a conflict. That could have disastrous consequences. Then there's the issue of espionage. 5G networks generate massive amounts of data, and whoever controls that data has a lot of power. There are concerns that China could use its 5G technology to spy on other countries, stealing military secrets or sensitive information. And let's be real, folks, espionage isn't a one-way street. The US has a long history of spying on its allies and adversaries alike. So the point is, 5G is a double-edged sword. It offers incredible opportunities for military advancement, but it also comes with significant risks that need to be addressed. Section 9. The future of aerial warfare, a battlefield defined by data. So, where does all of this leave us? Well, one thing's for sure, the future of aerial warfare is going to be defined by data. 5G will be the invisible backbone of this new battlefield, connecting everything and everyone, from fighter jets to drones to soldiers on the ground. The speed, bandwidth, and responsiveness of 5G will allow for faster decision-making, more precise targeting, and a level of coordination that we've never seen before. But it's not just about technology, folks. It's about how we use it. The ethical and strategic implications of 5G in warfare are complex and far-reaching. We need to have a serious conversation about the rules of engagement in this new era of digital warfare. How do we prevent accidental escalation? How do we protect civilian infrastructure from cyber attacks? These are questions that we need to answer sooner rather than later. The race for 5G dominance is on, and the stakes couldn't be higher. It's not just about who has the fastest internet anymore. It's about who will control the skies in the 21st century. And that, my friends, is a battle worth paying attention to. That's our show for tonight, folks. Stay safe out there.